how are these people spending their days? Like, I would like to understand how much time they're spending in the boats versus at the gym, and what percentage of time or what proportion of time at the gym is spent on a rower versus other stuff, versus strength or whatever.
So that could really be dictated by what you have as a club or environment to work
And
with.
I don't even know who we're working here. Like, I mean, it must change a lot from 12 to 18, right?
Yeah. So typically we were starting my last school at, you wouldn't start before 13 rowing. It would be 13 to 18-year-olds we were developing. Maybe some 12-year-olds just turning to 13 at the end of that summer.
Oh, I nailed it, huh?
And then, what's that?
I nailed it.
Yeah. And then
Right.
you'd have, in that first year, they'd probably be doing anything from 3 to 5 sessions a week. Some might just do a session a week and they're just tasting the sport and getting into it. But you wouldn't do more than around 5 sessions in a week, tops. And you'd be trying to keep them in other sports and doing other things. But some would just do rowing as well. And then that might then, depending on how many sessions they're doing, they could be doing up to, say, 3 water sessions out of 5, and then maybe 1 ergo on a rower, and 1 kind of basic conditioning or strength and conditioning, which might be just learning some of those movements. It might be some circuit training. But again, that may all change depending on conditions throughout the winter. It might be unrowable. They're going to do a lot more land and flip that between ergo. And you might then do, if you're doing a lot more ergos, you're not going to just do constant, like, grueling ergo sessions.
Yeah.
You're going to do a lot of technical. Most of that first year is going to be technical work on the ergo, whilst also
So more intense or what?
trying to balance.
So not long duration, or what do you mean by?
So technical would be like lots of drills. So exercises and video feedback and lots of coaching, maybe pausing at different parts of the stroke, breaking the stroke down, and starting to just all looking at working on positioning really, and sequencing as the basic parts of the rowing stroke to build up, and timing together all, so you're sort of working together as a team still. As they get better at that, you can put them on sliders, so the ergo machines are then linked, and they're moving together, and that will give them another.
I've seen that once a long time ago, so yeah. If you could describe it better, especially for
So each ergometer
yeah.
is going to have 2 legs, the front and one at the front and one at the back where it's sitting. You can have some sliders that will basically be metal strips with a frame that have wheels underneath and a bungee. So they can then, they're bungee together. So as you're taking the stroke, the machine is then moving under you. So you're staying on a static ergo on land. You're moving up and down, your feet staying in the same place, and your seat is on rollers moving up and down that. That still stays the same on the machine, but with these sliders, the sliders are moving the machine for you, and effectively your seat can be staying in the same place. So the feet are coming to and away from you.
Yeah. Right. Let's hope people who are
and
listening.
if you're that's if you're sitting on your own.
Yeah,
if you're linking them up, you can link them up one in front of the other. But you can also link them up sideways, so they would all be in a row, and people rowing next to each other on them. And there's different machines that have been developed to do that more effectively and efficiently.
Amazing.
And like you have on the Concept 2 monitor that gives you the feedback of what you're doing and your splits and power output and speed and